What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here, Unfair Sports. The morning after OU Texas, we're going to recap the game real quick. I figured out a new format that I'm going to do. I'm going to give y'all a 22-piece nugget. 11 nuggets on offense, 11 nuggets on defense. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you're watching this one, this is all sunshine pumping. We ain't jumping into negative stuff. We're doing all positive vibes on this one. I'm still at the highest of high internally from this win. And as you can hear from my voice, I don't have much of it. And apologies, this is not the typical studio quality because I'm not home, even though I have my home background on. Yeah, I know, right? Gotta love technology. But want y'all to know that up front. So if you want to hear all the greatness, I will be critiquing the game later today. I'll probably have a video out on Monday, as well as we'll be live tonight at 6 p.m. Central like we always are. So you as fans, if you want to jump in the chat and talk, definitely do that. But we're going to dive into these 22 nuggets of excitement because we won Red River, y'all. We went out there and showed everybody what we were going to do. We won the game the way that we wanted to win the game. We muscled, physicality, literally everything that Brent Venables, Schmitty, and all of them bring to the table. We brought that back to Oklahoma. So y'all should be excited because this is the type of game y'all wanted. And so we're going to jump into those 11 nuggets on offense, 11 nuggets on defense. But I also wanted to give y'all a couple of cool stats here, right? Before the game started, there was a stat that went out. 5 of the last 6 winners of the Red River wore white jerseys. We had on white, so we kept the streak going. Against Texas, we have won 7 of the last 10 games. Last year's game, as we lost, we were still winning 7 of the last 10 games. And there's a long list of games when it comes to the records. I won't bore you with those numbers, but it's a pretty cool stat. Last thing I want to tell y'all before we jump into the Nuggets itself, check out The Athletic. Chris Vanini's story that he wrote on Oklahoma and their preparation for this game. Stupid good. There's one nugget in there I wanted to mention, and y'all gotta go read the article itself. Support good journalism because stories like this only come from good writers, and this was fantastic. But he pointed out something that the way they would start practices off is 25 sit-ups each on Smitty's count, and they would have medicine balls, right? And they did that every day when Smitty first got there. Well, this January, instead of doing 25, they did 49 every single day. And you know why they did 49. Losing 49-0 was a huge deal to this team. And guess what? They made sure that they kept that on top of mind in preparation and growth and building themselves to win this game. Shout out to Schmitty and all of them just for those little details. Those little details are key in what leads to championships. And so go check out Chris's article. I put it in the description below. That way you can all check it out. If you don't have Athletic subscription, they have promos going all the time. Go check it out because it is worth your time. All right, let's jump into these nuggets. It's maybe a little bit longer, but like I said, sunshine pump in this one. We will critique the heck out of both sides of the ball because there's work that needs to be done later on. Nugget number 1. Let's start here. We really do need to discuss Emmett Jones's raise because these wide receivers are looking stupid good, right? We're playing with the urgency. And honestly, we may need to go ahead and have a discussion about Jeff Levy too because he called a really good game. Now, it wasn't perfect. None of it was perfect, but it was something to read. It's something that we need to think about. Dillon Gabriel gave y'all the game that y'all wanted. Remember, so I've been hearing nothing but Dillon Gabriel's not the guy. He can't win you games. He can't do this. He can't do that. Well, guess what Dillon Gabriel did? He won this game. 285 yards passing, 113 yards rushing. He was our leading rusher. And I was told that in the RPO system with him, he cannot be the guy that can lead you in running. Texas fans told me this. I was preached to this all week long that Dillon Gabriel was not the guy to win this game. Dillon Gabriel had his Heisman moment. He went out there and did it. Meticulous preparation, third nugget for you all, is the reason why we won this game. This is pretty cool. This was talked about by OU Insider. They reported on this. Like I said, support great journalism. This Wednesday, this offense practiced a 1-minute, 15-second drill, no timeouts in the fourth quarter. They practiced this on Wednesday. No timeout. So Dillon Gabriel had to lead the team all the way across the field with only 1 minute and 15 seconds and no timeouts. He did it in practice. He did it to win this game. That level of meticulous preparation and detail, that's Bill Belichick level. Example, when the Patriots played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, and can't think of his name right now, they got the interception right there at the 1 yard line. He got beat on that in practice like 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks before that. And he immediately remembered the plays like, oh shoot, I got beat for a touchdown on this. And he was so mentally prepared that when he saw it again, it clicked, got the pick, and they won the Super Bowl. That type of preparation, they put themselves in the scenario that ended up happening in this game. By practicing it, they were able to perfect it. And boom, Dillon Gabriel did that. If Jane Gibson makes that catch, we don't get the Dillon Gabriel 44-yard scramble. But I'll say this, though. That pass was perfect. It was literally in his hand. We just got to get Gibby to get those catches. But guess what? He's doing better. So that one, I give him grace on because the rest of the season, he's been great at making those catches. The offensive line was a monster. A monster. We were so physical. So it's funny because when I was on Smack Talk shows and the live stream for the SEC Connect with all the Texas fans, the one thing they talked about is the way that we've always beat them is with physicality. We were more physical, always more physical, better blockers. We've always been better in that aspect of the game in the trenches. And this game was one of the trenches because guess what happened? We muscled them. We muscled their butt. We gave up only 1 sack. And it was recorded 2 pressures. I think there was probably about 5 pressures in the game, but they recorded like 2. Bruh, that is what we wanted. Dillon Gabriel was working that pocket while at the same time, our line was beating him up. I cannot wait to hear Gabe Eichert's report today on the Oklahoma breakdown about this line because he can't do nothing but praise him. He can't. We thought Javonte Sweat was going to beat our tail. We thought Murphy was going to be all over. We thought Collins was going to. Couldn't do it. Why? We beat their tail. We muscled them. We muscled them the way that we wanted to. And that's the beauty of how we played the game. So I was proud of us for that. I was proud of us for our ability to lead this team and push them around. That Dillon Gabriel jump pass, bow. Yeah, but in Nick Anderson, oh yeah, we got to figure out a way to get Emmett Jones that raise I've been talking about because my boy has been doing it with these wide receivers. They have stepped up. They have really stepped up this season, and I am impressed in the way that we've been able to do that. So, real talk. Jalil Farouk shut up some haters. 5 catches, 130 yards. He looked like the Jalil Farouk we needed. Now, Texas got 2 100-yard receivers, and that's fine. We were still able to scroll it around, but at the same time, Jalil Farouk, Jake Stoops was big. Man, I'm praying for Andrew Anthony. I hope we don't lose him. It'll be next man up. I don't want to lose him, man. He was having a breakout season. We'll talk about injuries and stuff later, especially once we really hear a report from BV later on today. Dillon Gabriel threw the perfect pass for the win. The perfect pass for the win. Him seeing the pocket collapse, jump, launch that bad boy. Beautiful thing he's a lefty. And getting it right to Nick Anderson. Like literally, Nick Anderson did this. Touchdown. Perfect pass. Perfect pass. Shout out to DG for that one. Walter Rouse blocked 2 dudes at once. Can't wait to hear Gabe talk about that too because he had 2 dudes hemmed up. We were more physical. We won in the trenches like we said we should too. And lastly, 486 of total yards for this team. Dillon Gabriel had 398 of them. This was his Heisman moment. This was Dillon Gabriel's Heisman moment. Rushing touchdown, passing touchdown. And he led this team. He did it. He was not perfect. This was probably one of his worst passing games at 23 for 38. It's probably one of his worst this season. It was his worst this season. He's usually a lot higher percentage-wise. But he cooked. He did it when you needed it. He made the big play. He made the important play. Man, I do not want to hear that Dillon Gabriel cannot win us games ever again. That's all I got to say. Next up, let's talk about the defensive nuggets, right? Defense-wise, we gave up 527 yards. But I told y'all, we sunshine pumping in this episode. We're not going to be, I will break down the blind spots and the things we need to work on another video. And a 100-yard rusher, Jonathan Brooks, which I think is our first one this season. I still want to pay the whole defensive staff a large check. And this is the reason why. That goal line stand, we're about to get like 5 nuggets only on the goal line stand because that was stupid. That was stupid. People are still talking about that this morning. People will talk about that all week. That video will circulate social media for the next 20 years. Because this is the first time I say in my 15 years we had a defensive line, a defense in general that could do that. We stopped Jonathan Brooks, who had 129 yards rushing in this game, and he's another Texas running back. He's going to be something stupid and special. We stopped them 3 straight times, and then we stopped the slant pass. At the 1 goal line stance. First off, Kip Lewis, he's going to be special. The only doubt I ever had about Kip is his size. He's about 210 pounds, so he's still a small dude. This dude went under the blocks, grabbed the ankles, and stopped at the 1. Kip, the redshirt freshman's going to be special. Our linebacker room is not going to get worse. It's going to do nothing but go up. Danny Stutzman's going to groom these boys into special ones after he wins this bucket. Just FYI. Next, do not sleep on Dasan McCullough. I told you he was my favorite transfer. My favorite, the number 1 transfer to me that we got was Dasan McCullough because of the versatility with him. You know what he did? Go watch that play. I rewatched the 4th quarter purposely before this video after watching some of the game late last night. McCullough went in there and pushed Murphy back. I think Murphy's got him about 100 pounds at least, if not more. Maybe a little bit less. But he's got him by some weight. And McCullough went out there and stuffed the big man. Made to where Jonathan Brooks couldn't go nowhere. Another tackle. Another tackle at the 1. And then Trace Ford was out there putting his back on them boys. Made it to where we can do that again. Golly, that's beautiful. All right. 3rd down. The cavalry showed up. You had Stutzman. You had Bowman. You had all of them went into the backfield and got that tackle for the loss. What more could you ask for, guys? What more can you ask for? That's what y'all wanted, right? We got it. The stuff. And then that 4th down with Bowman and McCullough stopping Worthy right there at the 1 with the stuff. God, man, I'm not going to say anything explicit, but I'm really excited about how that happened. 4 straight. That to me was the drive possession, whatever you want to call it. That was it. That to me told me this is the BV defense we've been asking for. I told y'all in videos earlier this week. I told y'all in videos earlier this season. We are on pace to look like Brent Venables' defense that he's had for years. We're on pace. We are on pace to be that. And all we got to do now is continue to prove it. That defense is stupid. We may have some injuries. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But I'm going to tell you this. All we're doing is getting better, baby. Next man up. Yeah. Number 7. Nugget number 7. Told y'all about 5 of them went straight to that 4th line stop, man, because it was so good. We're going to talk about that a lot. We're going to talk about that at 6 o'clock tonight, too, man. We're going to talk about that a lot. I think we're going to have a special guest, but we'll see. Jonathan Brooks is a star in the making. He is special for Texas. He's not Bijan Robinson. He's not Roshan Johnson. He's not Cedric Benson. He's not Ricky Williams, but he's special. He's a special Texas runner. He's up in that list. He may be close to a Jamal Charles. I'm just keeping it a buck. He's good. We basically almost neutralized him. I mean, 6 yards of carry, and it's all because of that 31-yard run. If he didn't get that touchdown run, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did y'all know that was the first touchdown on the ground that we've given up all season? We've only given up 1 rushing touchdown all season. I cannot wait to break down the stats this week when my boy Stats by Popo puts it out. When he breaks this down. My goodness. Statistically, we are nasty. Shout out Jacob Majors for that. Our defensive line punked them. 5 sacks, 10 tackles for the loss. We were in their throats the entire game. Physicality. The trenches were won by us. Everything y'all wanted. We got it. We did it. All down their throat. 9. Physicality is what we got. We're it. Y'all been talking to me about that. Y'all been saying y'all want it. We got it. We're it. That's what we are. We're the more physical team. We were the way more physical team. We wanted that more than anybody else, and we got it. Gotta love it. Star watches. Gentry Williams is the star. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he didn't mess his shoulder up. I've been hearing shoulder floating around the internet. I'm hoping that it's not. So hope he's good. He should be. The good thing is the bye week is this week, so we get to rest up. They're probably going to take this week, do light conditioning and just keeping us our motors going, but resting, which I love that we got the bye week this week. I'm still going to drop a bunch of content throughout the week. I'm not doing nothing the weekend. I'll be out of town for work, but we'll talk a lot of ball. I'll have some stuff queued up for you all while I'm gone. Peyton Bowen with another turnover. He's either blocking punts or causing fumbles. Peyton Bowen's going to be... We've got to find ways to get that man on the field. Because he had, 5 tackles in this game? 5 total tackles, 3 solos. Forced the fumble on Quinn Ewers. And I told y'all the key to victory in this was to make that man turn that ball over, and he did it early twice. Billy Bowman with that hit in the chest. Gave us an Oski. Pass, ball, Oski. If you play football, you know what I'm talking about. We got that. Jaren Kanak with his 13 tackles, 7 solos, a sack, and a tackle for loss. Jaren Kanak had one of his best games. He didn't miss very many spots. He was everywhere you needed him to be. And he got there fast. Jaren Kanak, yep, that's going to be the next Buckus candidate for us. Just keeping it a buck. Only 2 years, second year playing linebacker. Next year might be the year he fully breaks out because he gets it. It's sticking. He gets it. Deshaun McCullough. I told y'all about McCullough. I told y'all that, I mentioned it early in this video, he's the dude I was most excited about. Point blank, period. All right, last nugget number 11, 5 tackles, 5 sacks, 10 tackles for a loss. The 10 tackles for a loss is the BV stat, folks. That should vault us to the #1 team in tackles for the loss in the country right now. We get tackles for the loss, and the best part is we get a lot of them on third down. We get it when it matters the most. Y'all should be excited. All right, that right there is the morning after. That is your 22-piece nugget. 11 on offense, 11 on defense to represent how many players on both sides of the ball. Hop in the comments, let your boy know what your thoughts are. Love to hear from you all. We will be live at 6 p.m. I'm about to hit the road soon. We will be live tonight in studio talking about this game with the Cowboys. We'll probably have the collective, and I think a special guest may pull up. So we'll find that out. If you made it this far and you like the content, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We would love to have you join this family of college football fans. We're talking ball non-stop because, yes, that's what we do. And, yeah, I will chop it up with all of you within the next few hours. Peace.